simple and plain. That's why I play the game. To be the best, you have to win. And that's what drives me.
He's the best player in the game. It's just that simple.
Yo, what it do, good people? Need y'all to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. I want to tap back in. I know we just did a previous video with Lil Boosie and his daughter getting into it with Naptown. If people don't know, aka that's Indianapolis. They shook the city up. A lot of people wasn't feeling too good about what happened, and a lot of people responded. This is for fair use YouTube, commentary purposes only.
Now I want to address Boosie. Boosie got online and said because the way they did my daughter, I ain't coming back to Nap and all that old BS. Look, man, you've been coming to this city for the last 20 years, getting 20s, picking up 20s and 30s and 40s and probably 50s and 10s for the last 20 years. If all it took was this situation right here, which happens every single day of the year in the entertainment industry, where somebody don't get their back end money, some promoter don't got the back end money for whatever reason. You've been through this yourself. You didn't stop going to Chicago. You didn't stop going through Florida. You didn't stop going to LA. You didn't stop going to New York. You didn't stop going to Detroit. You didn't stop going to St. Louis. You didn't stop going to Philly. But you want to stop coming to Nap. The one place that's been booking you not once a year, but multiple times a year, and you picking up bags when you ain't got nothing going on, when ain't nobody checking for Boosie. You can come through Nap and get a bag guaranteed, and you've been doing that for the last 20 years. And if all it took was for one minute situation, which was a very small paper, for you to disconnect yourself from those 20-year relationships that you got in this city, then you wasn't really rocking with the city to begin with. Because I'm gonna tell you like this, you're a father, that's your daughter. I got a daughter that's locally in this city that does entertainment. And guess what? She don't do a damn deal without my say so. She don't look at a contract, any contract that come through her DM, anytime they email her, she sends it to me. I look it over. I tell her, don't do that deal, or no, it's a good deal. Now, whether she do it, that's on her, but I make sure that the business is good. Why didn't you? Why didn't you make sure that you was checking the promoter? Why didn't you do that? But once again, like I said, you know from experience that this stuff happens every single day. You know from experience that this is just the way the business goes. People are going to try to finesse you. Whether they do it intentionally or wasn't done on purpose, you know this happens. So why, with this particular situation, you want to use this as a way to disconnect yourself and not come back to Naptown? Because you ain't never really rocked with us in the first place. You used us.
We go to the hotel. I go get my braids done. You know what I'm saying? We about to do the promo. I pull back up to the hotel. She's sitting there in the room. I'm like, what up, Ivy? What's the word? She's like, what up, sicko boy? Just talk to her manager and let him know that none of the people locked in for the slots.
But yeah, we're not gonna tap back into that. But my thoughts on that video was,
that's that on him.
I'm looking at it from this standpoint. I don't think the relationship with y'all and Boosie was fake. It was just a simple fact that he probably took it as a finesse. If we doing deals together, or just if you want me to come to your city, you gotta have that paper right. But I do get what he's saying when he said, why wasn't Boosie looking over everything to make sure everything was legit? I need y'all to let me know in the comment section, is Boosie back in his daughter's life? Because I know they was feuding and into it once upon a time, not too long ago. But that could be the reason why. She could have somebody else that's managing and looking over her contracts and all that. But if she's back in Boosie's life, Boosie should be looking over everything when she's going to do these shows or whatever in other cities. Boosie should be looking over them contracts or looking over the paperwork. Now, I don't get when this guy says everybody gets finessed. Why would I want to come somewhere where I know they're going to finesse me? Why would I want to come back to somewhere where I know they're going to finesse me? So Boosie probably never got finessed in Naptown, but he see y'all just tried to finesse his daughter. So you think he gonna play that role and say, well, they ain't never finesse me? No, it's the principle of it. That's his daughter. He's a father. He's gonna take that some type of way. But I don't really think that Boosie's gonna not come back to Naptown. I think Boosie and Naptown, they're gonna patch it up. They're gonna patch it up. I don't think Boosie really meant what he said, but y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section.
Situation, you could just turn your back on the town. You never was really rocking with us to begin with. And I stand on.
Damn. But y'all like, share, and subscribe. Hit that
We go to
notification
the
bell.
hotel.
We the People TV. Go.